Okay guys, so here we go. We're going to start off the vegan tag. First question is, are you a vegan? Yes. When did you become a vegan? I have a video on here where I talk about when I became vegan, and I wish I remembered the date. I just know it was summer of 2007, and I went to Disneyland at the time, and I explain all this in my video, so I'm going to stop rambling now. But why did you become a vegan? I have a video here on xoxoVegan talking about why I became a vegan, but basically I became a vegan because it felt like the right thing to do for me. Being a vegan is the most natural thing in the world. I just know that it's the right thing to do, and I became a vegan because I'm against animal cruelty, and I'm against using animals, and I'm against consuming animals. I think that we share the planet with animals. We shouldn't have ruling over them. We should be protecting them, and they should be something that we take care of, not something that we exploit and eat and kill, when in this day and age it is absolutely unnecessary. What was the hardest part about becoming vegan? There was nothing hard about it for me. I honestly felt amazing when I first went vegan. I felt like, I don't know, I just felt better. I felt like my vision was better. I felt like my hair was growing longer and thicker. I felt like my skin was just clearing up like there was no tomorrow. And I felt like I didn't feel guilty. I felt very guilty being a meat eater and consuming dairy. Some people feel different, but being a non-vegan, I just didn't feel like it was right. I didn't feel like what I was doing was acceptable. For me personally, remember, these are my thoughts. Not everybody has to have the same thought or has to agree with mine, but this is what I'm saying. Is it difficult to be a vegan? I don't think so at all. I think that being vegan is awesome, and I honestly never have like cravings or anything, so to me it's not difficult whatsoever. You have to be a little bit more creative when you're cooking, but that's about it. I like cooking, so I think it's awesome. It doesn't feel too difficult for where I am in the world. Do you let certain things slide from time to time? Use or purchase non-vegan items, for example. No, I do not let things slide on purpose. If something slides, it's by total accident, and I feel awful if I've let something slide. I feel awful if I find out that a lip balm that I bought has beeswax in it. Doesn't happen anymore because I've learned to seriously read the crap out of labels. If something slides, it is by total accident, and it hasn't happened in a very long time, so no. I do not let things slide. How do you deal with people who are closed-minded about your lifestyle? I don't really think about them. I mean, I try to make sense of things. Like if someone has a question for me and they're being very mean, or they're being very just rude about the whole situation, I'm just kind of like, whatever, I don't have to please you. But if there's a few people I will run into that are very open-minded and they're very kind, so usually it's not much of a issue. Dealing with closed-minded people is not really something I have to deal with very often, thankfully. But when I do have to deal with closed-minded people, I usually handle the situation at the moment, and it's really circumstantial, to be honest. Do you support vegetarianism and or some things better than nothings? For example, like Meatless Monday and like stuff like that. Now here's the thing, this could be an entire video, which I was definitely thinking about doing here for xoxoVegan. There's a whole video about this, but to quickly answer that, I believe that every little bit of effort most certainly counts, and no one should knock anybody for being vegetarian. I think being vegetarian is way better than not being vegetarian. So I personally was a vegetarian for 3 years before I was vegan, so I am in no position to judge somebody for being vegetarian. Now, if someone has all the resources and they know they love all the dairy alternatives, all the meat alternatives, and they say, I could be vegan and whatnot, but they don't for whatever reason because they want to go to the rodeo or they want to buy products that still test on animals, that's the kind of thing I don't really tolerate. But I do believe every little bit of effort does count. Meatless Monday, come on, people. we can do a little more than that. But I am very open-minded to the situation. I'm not a judgmental person, so I never knock people for trying. And most of the time, people who try vegetarianism and veganism are usually successful within it. So, yeah. What is your favorite specialty vegan item? I have to say my favorite. I can't necessarily say it, so I'm just going to put them all around my face right here so y'all can see a few that I like. week. But a specialty item I'd have to say is a specialty restaurant for me, which is Native Foods in Culver City, California. That's seriously like my favorite vegan food in the world, besides stuff that my mom cooks. What is your opinion of the meat and dairy alternatives? Now, this is a video I definitely want to do on my main channel, so I'm not going to go into exact detail of what my thoughts are on that. I would like to say that for now, my thoughts about the meat and dairy alternatives are they are great stepping stones, they are great replacements. You can either be a raw vegan and have raw vegan tacos to be a replacement. You can make it out of cashews and lots of awesome seasonings and stuff. And then for regular vegan cooking, you can have you can use soy, or you can use just like raw vegans use nuts or something like that to make an alternative to meat. Dairy alternatives are great. I still use dairy alternatives and meat alternatives from time to time. I think that it's a good thing to have as like a comfort food, something that you don't have to have all the time. A lot of meat alternatives I'm usually allergic to, so I can't really have them too often, but that's okay because it makes me focus more on eating more whole foods. So I like doing that, but they are great replacements and great stepping stones. Again, I'd like to make a video about that. The next question is, what are your thoughts about palm oil? Honestly, I think that a whole video should be dedicated to this on my main channel probably. The reason I say that is because palm oil is such a sticky subject. So many people have so many different questions about palm oil, and it really depends on the circumstances, in my opinion. If you have a company that is certified sustainable and probably certified vegan as well, I know that the certified vegan company is definitely looking into sustainable palm oil sources. I know they're doing a lot of research about that. The thing is, if you're going to purchase something that has palm oil in it, try your hardest to purchase something that has sustainable palm oil and certified sustainable palm oil, because the palm oil industry is so cruel, and sometimes you won't even find a brand that has sustainable palm oil. My opinion on that, for me, I try my hardest to abstain from using palm oil. Of course, like if I have like an alternative baking company cookie that has palm oil in it, but I have emailed the company and they have told me that they use a sustainable source. Now, I don't know if it's certified. That's something that I feel like I want to still email them about and make sure, because we're all in a growing process still. We're all evolving, and some people, they only have like Earth Balance. Earth Balance has palm oil in it. They say it's sustainable and they only use 0.05% of palm oil, so it's a very small amount, but still you would like to know if it's from a good source. If you, for whatever, sorry, I'm having crazy lighting. If you, for whatever reason, are nervous and confused about something, it's probably not the best idea to choose it. But a lot of people are in certain situations where they have to purchase something that has palm oil in it because, once again, it's circumstantial. But if you have the option and you're able to look into it and you're able to get a hold of the company, I honestly urge you to do that. That is honestly the best option, in my opinion. Let me know your thoughts below, because we're always learning and we're always evolving. So let me know what you think about palm oil. Do you feel judged by other vegans sometimes? How do you deal with it? Honestly, it's the circumstances. Some people can be really judgmental about using meat and dairy alternatives. Some people can really be judgmental about palm oil. I say face the situation head on. Usually try to reason things out with people, and usually vegans are very understanding people, and even people who aren't vegan are very understanding. It's usually feeling judged is a very uncomfortable feeling, and I try my hardest not to ever judge anybody. And if someone's judging another vegan, I feel like we're all in the same boat and we should all be happy with one another. But that's a fairy tale. Sometimes people just don't get along. So I try to deal with it in the situation that it's in, and it's based on the circumstances. Are you aware of third-party animal testing? I feel like a third-party animal testing freak. I have learned so much about third-party animal testing that I just feel like I am so educated now. Now I'm still learning about companies, but it is best to know as much as you possibly can about third-party animal testing, because it is so important. And I think that people should know that, like, Body Shop claims to be cruelty-free, but they're not. They're owned by L'Oreal, so therefore they're not cruelty-free. Tom's of Maine claims to be cruelty-free, but they're owned by Colgate, and they're heavily known for animal testing. So I think that it is best to be aware of third-party animal testing, especially if you're vegan, because you'll be surprised at how many companies out there are so secretive and so sneaky and cruel. So the last question is, do you enjoy being vegan? I most certainly enjoy being vegan. I think that I couldn't live my life I couldn't live my life any other way. So being vegan is something that's extremely important to me, and I think that it's such a rewarding lifestyle, and I think that I um, feel like I'm making a difference. I think that it's the best lifestyle out there, and I know some may disagree. When you wake up and you realize all of the things that are out there and you become so aware, you constantly question and wonder, why have I not done this sooner? So that was my vegan tag, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it. I tag all of you guys, and I hope that you enjoy the questions. If anyone had some kind of issue with what I said, with one of my answers, or someone has a question about something I stated, please let me know. Please send me a comment, because I am always evolving, as I always say. I'm always learning new things, and I am very open-minded to learning new things. So just thought I'd leave that little note at the end. This fall, if you have any requests for something, please let us know. Thank you to all of our subscribers. We're about to hit 460. I think that's awesome. And thanks for having a great year with us, guys. And more new uploads will be coming very soon. I will talk to you guys again later. Bye.